All right, I do believe I'm on. Greetings, fair earthlings. I am Smelly B, and I'd like to welcome you either to or back to my channel where the topic of conversation is all fragrance all the goddamn time. As always, I leave with housekeeping, letting you all know I'm not an expert, not claiming to be, not training to be. Here giving my very low level, raggedy, broke ass opinion about fragrances. Me a consumer, that's it, that's all. I'm not trying to posture myself an expert or an influencer or any of that. Um, I'm just telling you what I like when I like it. That's simple, okay? Want to stick around? Stick around. Um, Today, just because I usually try, I don't know if you all have noticed any rhyme or rhythm to things, but I try to upload on Sundays. Sunday is my favorite day of the week. I'm usually home. I'm prancing all around with my coffee and my incense burning and, just, feeling myself. It's my favorite day of the week. So I tend to, do things that are leisurely for me or that are just for me on Sundays, this being one of them. I missed last Sunday because I was busy. So I'm wedging a randomly placed video in here today. And I hope to pick back up my normal schedule. Maybe not this Sunday, but the following week. Blah, 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 blah. I see everybody's doing their sort of fall perfume trays and all of that. I don't necessarily keep a tray, per se, of fragrances. I have a, just a, of fragrances. I don't necessarily cherry pick them out, but I will show you all what I've been wearing transitioning out of hot summer into fall. I'm in the DC, Maryland area. So we've still had a few, over upward 80-degree days. So it's not quite settled into coolness yet. It is cooler at night though. It's cooler in the mornings. So I have been sort of, in this little sweet spot where I'm not quite ready to bring out my more hefty, thick, gourmands and spicy fragrances and stuff like that. But I have a few that have that just sit right neatly in this sort of 75 to 85 degree sort of thing we got going on here. So it have some tropical aspects to them, but aren't really syrupy. Sweet just yet. Blah 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 blah. Let's get into them. So I'll do them this way. I'll do them in order of, because I prepared by pulling up the tabs on Fragrantica, so you can see all of the upvoted notes. I could read out rather all of the upvoted notes for the ones that I pulled. So I'm just gonna go through in order of not quality, just sort of how I have them pulled up. First up, broke out the good old Citizen Jack. It's a Michael Malul fragrance, which is fantastic to me. I love this stuff. To me, I always say it smells like a banana a little bit, like a fresh, soapy, cologne kind of banana. But there's no banana in this. It does have a tropical vibe to it in that it does have melon and pineapple, bergamot, amber. I'm not reading them out in order of top, middle, base. Just reading you what's in here. Vanilla, musk. And it's wonderful to me. It's tropical, but it's not hefty. It's not dense. It's not, it's still got an airiness to it. Like it's still breezy a bit. This is so good to me. I've been really, really enjoying this. Many people, y'all are familiar with this one because it's not a new fragrance, but broke this bad boy out, been bathing in it and really, really enjoying it as of late. It actually, oddly enough, layers nicely with this Prada Paradoxe that I acquired recently. I might as well go ahead and talk about this one next. Let's find the tab for this. Prada Paradoxe. I just got a small one because I'm not a huge fan of this sort of genre of fragrance, if you will. That fruity, floral, the type of fragrances that you see influencers calling her and she. She's giving fruity. She's classy. I don't like she, her fragrances. I like a that motherfucker there fragrance. Yeah, I like to smell like a boot, like oud, like leather and smoke, and I do like vanilla and some sweetness to these things. They have to be done right. I do, love my gourmands, but I really do like a masculine leaning fragrance or something unisex, something that's got some girth and some heft to it that is interesting and challenging to some degree. I don't really get much into these, deep flooring. That's not me. However, I do enjoy this one. I like Born Aroma. I like Burberry Her. The EDC, I can't remember which, but I like one of those Burberry Hers. I like YSL Libre, and all of its flankers. Even the most recent one I do like but will not buy. But this fragrance to me smells like all of those in a room. Like it smells like it takes all of the best aspects of those fragrances and bottles them up in one fragrance. So I was just like, I might as well get this. I do have purse sizes of those fragrances. Will never purchase a full bottle because, like I said, it's not something it's not my jam. I have to really, really be in the mood for it. This one I do enjoy though. It really grabs out all of the things I like about the fragrances I listed and sort of just put them all in one place. I do enjoy this. Like I said, I've been wearing it, but I've been wearing it layered with my Citizen Jack. It just does something nice to it that works on me. I don't know if it'll work on everybody else. But I guess I should say this is the new Prada Paradoxe. Get your nose on it. It's pretty cool. It's good if you like that sort of thing. That whole fruity, floral, sweet, girly kind of thing. It's nice. Got a freshness to it. It's clean. It's really a crowd pleaser. It's very sweet. I can't imagine anyone not liking it. There's nothing to not like about it. What's next here? Tobacco and Tonka Bean by Banana Republic. I like this one. It is fruity to me, but it's got some depth to it. It's considered an amber spicy fragrance. Launched 2019. Top notes are Mirabelle plum and pear, which definitely comes across plummy to me. The mids are tobacco leaf and coconut. Base notes are tonka bean and vanilla. This is just yummy to me. Absolutely yummy. I get compliments when I wear it. It's rare that I don't get compliments when I wear fragrances. The only time I say I don't get compliments is when I'm wearing like something vintage, one of those things that is a little more challenging, like people don't know how to feel about anything that isn't, but I like it like that. Tobacco and Tonka Bean by Banana Republic. Really easy to like. This one's really nice for this time of year. Still got a light airiness to it, although it does feature the tobacco and the tonka. Sort of, things are usually more fall, winterish. Cocoa Woods by Nest. I always enjoy this. This is very woody. Very woody, spicy, chocolatey. Almost peppery to me. Something in here comes across peppery to me. Let's take a look at what the notes are. Launched in 2018. Cacao, sequoia, tiara flower, sandalwood, ginger. That's what's coming across as spicy to me. I like this one. It's nice and cozy and warm, but still has a sort of effervescent sort of quality. Like I said, an effervescent, peppery, sort of bright quality to it that lends itself to it fitting in this time of year where we're still transitioning and there's still some heat in the air. Cocoa Woods by Nest. I like it. I broke out my Nirvana Rose. I won't go into this much because I've done a review with this in it before. Elizabeth and James. I like this, and I like it even more now than I did when I reviewed it back then. Like I just love this fragrance. I like it. Y'all ain't gotta like it. More bottles for me, okay? You hear me? I like that. It's a very sort of boozy, rich, sort of green, bitter, like a really tart, thorny rose it comes across like to me. I enjoy it. It smells very mature, smells classy. I like it. It fits really, really nicely into this time of year, but it's definitely going to take me into winter as well, not just fall. I guess I could go over the notes real quick since I already have them right here in my face. Let me check my time. Oh, I'm doing well. May Rose, Veteran, Geranium is all they have listed. There's more going on, but that's what the notes on Fragrantica are. It's fantastic. If you like a more mature fragrance profile, this one is really nice. It is velvet. It is nighttime. It is class. It is money. It's grown. I like that. Next up, Saffron and Orange Flowers by Zara. I picked this up, I can't tell you when. It's been a while. I found it all buried in stuff in Zara, along with, there was some others. There was Salty Bouquet or Salted Bouquet, something like that. Something that had to do with bergamot, like a bergamot, caviar bergamot, something of that sort. But I found them all sort of, and I'm just like, I never heard of this collection, like the Oceans collection or something of that sort. And I stood in Zara and went on Fragrantica, nothing. Like when you type in the bottles didn't even come, there was nothing, nothing there at all. There is now, apparently people have caught on. But when I originally bought these, I bought the little purse sizes because I wasn't familiar and there was nothing to look at to sort of, you know, steer me. Do I blind buy this? Do I not? So I took the gamble, got the purse sizes, got them home. Didn't care as much for the caviar and bergamot, nor that salty bouquet. I see them being likable to someone, that someone just isn't me, given the profile of fragrances I usually enjoy. This one, however, I had on my arm and it just, I liked it. Like I had it on my wrist falling asleep and I kept finding myself going back to it. I said, you know what, let me go back and cop a full bottle because I don't know how long these are going to be around. Is this a limited edition? Is this something real old that they're getting rid of the last stock of? There was no information at the time. But I like this. Saffron and Orange Flowers. It's out of the Oceans collection from Zara. As I said, it reminds me of Skin So Soft. The stuff we used to put on to repel mosquitoes, it does not repel mosquitoes at all. But I know growing up, we used to wear it, slather ourselves in it like it's supposed to keep the mosquitoes from biting you. I'm here to tell you it didn't work. They still bit a chunk out my ass every time I went outside. But it reminds me of that. See, it's got a real Skin So Softy kind of thing going on, but peppery as well. And it's got a warmth to it. I really like this. It works well with my skin chemistry. Don't know that it will with everyone's, but I really like this. You see, I got a nice little dent in it, but I told you I've had it for a while. This was also a Joe Malone fragrance again for Zara. Top notes are saffron, orange, green notes, and bergamot. Mids are orange blossom, ylang ylang, and jasmine. Base notes are musk and woody notes. I like this. I like it in the air very much, and boy, I like it in this bottle. I like it any angle I come at it from. Saffron and Orange Flowers. I like it. We already talked about that Prada Paradoxe. So an old school one, like I just told you, I like my vintage, I like my mature, I like my complex and challenging. I like to smell like money. I don't always want to smell like a teeny bopper, like no child, fruit and bubble gum, and I don't want to smell like that. Cacharel, LouLou. LouLou is the name of this one. Came out in 1987. Top notes are plum, Chinese cinnamon wood, iris, violet, anise, lily, jasmine, mimosa, and cassia. The mids are ylang ylang, heliotrope, orris root, orange blossom, and Tahitian tiare flower. The base notes are incense, vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, and musk. See the older fragrances? They take you on a whole, everything but the kitchen sink up in the fragrances to create something dynamic and bulbous, if you will, something that is really, has some character to it. You know, the fragrances were really ambitious and really smart and unique, and that just, current day fragrances just aren't offering that. Even your beloved niche fragrances are all copying the same goddamn profiles. There's nothing out. I haven't even lately haven't been able to find anything niche that I appreciate. And yes, out of your favorite house too. It's not for lack of smelling them. I just don't. I'm just like, man, this smells like this. This smells like that. I don't want to have a smells like thing going on. End rant. But anyway, Cacharel by LouLou. It's strong. And I understand this is actually a reform. The bottle's different. It never used to be a much prettier bottle than this. But this is beautiful. It is a powder bomb. It's really, really irisy, but it's complex. The initial blast is a little woo. I said, God damn. But the dry down is absolutely beautiful. It's pretty. It's really pretty. It's nice and soft. Wonderful. I like layering this with Zara's cherry smoothie. They wear each other well. They complement each other really, really nicely. But I wear this by itself also because I ain't no punk. I like this. Cacharel LouLou. It's a classic. Have I been through everything? Nope. Last but not least, another vintage one. Diamonds and Rubies by Elizabeth Taylor. Which, I like this. Without looking at the notes, for me, this smells like a baby wipe a little bit. Like one of those wonderful perfume baby wipes. It's got that sort of juicy, syrupy, I don't know what to attribute it to. I can't describe the smell I'm thinking of, but this reminds me of baby wipes. At least from back when I had a baby. She ain't no baby no more. But it also smells like a gingerbread cookie to me a bit. It's really ambery. It's got sort of a buttery quality to it. It is floral. It is also animalic, but it is also somehow fruity. Very, very slightly fruity. It's not an obvious fruit, but it smells like there's some fruit involved in this. Like I said, with the vintage fragrances, everything but the kitchen sink is in there to make it this complex thing. And if it's blended well enough, you shouldn't be able to point at the notes like, there's the ylang-a-lang, there's the pepper. I appreciate a fragrance where everything is nice and where it's seamless. And I feel like this is that. Reading what the notes actually are. Top notes: red rose, peach, almond wood, lilac, and lily. Mids are rose, spices, heliotrope, ylang-ylang, orchid, jasmine, and lily of the valley. Base notes are vanilla, sandalwood, amber, benzoin, musk, and cedar. I like this. What do you want me to say? I know it's people, there's a stigma around white diamonds and old lady and all this stuff, but I challenge you to get your nose on it because it does not smell like the original white diamonds. It's different. It's doing its own thing. I really enjoy this. I like this. I wear it to bed sometimes. I wear it out. I wear it whenever I want. Sometimes I wear it just to walk around the house in because I crave the smell. A lot of times it's got this thing. It's a gourmand, but just different. You know, it's different. It's doing something different that I appreciate. I love it in the air this time of year. And into the winter. That's it. That's all for me right now. I've got plenty to get through. So I'll upload. I don't know if I'll make it Sunday, but I'll try and pick back up my schedule the following week at the very least. If I can't make it this Sunday, I got a lot coming up, a lot to do. I'm a musician. Did I tell y'all that? So I've been having to shift away my focus from leisurely things like this, the stuff I like to do, to the stuff I have to do, which in terms of promo, doing radio shows, interviews and stuff like that. But I promise I'm going to try and be more consistent. I do appreciate your followership. I appreciate your focus. Focus is a hot commodity these days, and I do not take you for granted. I appreciate you. That's it. That's all. If you know any of these fragrances, what do you think of them? Have you been rocking any of these lately? Have you gotten your nose on them? Will you? Are you inspired to? Do you know any of these and hate the shit out of them? It's okay to tell me that too. I mean, we're in it for the community, in it for the conversation. I enjoy you all. Sincerely, I do. That's all. Till next upload, I do hope you are well. Deuces.